Hi, I'm Melissa Ratliff-Sorrell, a transformational coach and teacher. I've spent the last 2 decades as a licensed therapist and a CEO before leaving clinical work to do something that I could not do inside that system: go deep enough. I've trained for 25 years in shadow work, consciousness development, and what it actually takes to create real lasting change. I work with people who are ready to stop operating from the floor that they learned to survive on and start leading from the one they were built for. And I want to tell you a story. Picture the scene. You're walking on a trail in Sedona. The desert light is there. You have been walking and there is not a care in the world. Everything just seems perfect. And then right before you get ready to put your foot down to take that next step, you look, and just beneath your foot is a snake, coiled, ready to strike. Right there in that moment, everything changes. Your body rushes with adrenaline, cortisol, all the fear hormones kick off. All the thoughts begin racing. What if I get bitten? What if nobody finds me? Fear thoughts, death thoughts, all the things that you could possibly imagine flashing before your eyes. The nervous system is fully activated before the conscious mind even has a chance to catch up. But then you take a second look. You look again and you notice that it is nothing more than a rope. And in that single moment, everything changes. Fear doesn't gradually fade away. It dissolves instantly, completely, gone. You can never, ever, ever go back to that same level of fear about that moment again. It is done. It is gone. It was because the fear was never about the object on the ground. It was about the story the mind creates in the absence of clear seeing. No matter what you do after that moment, you can't return to the same fear. You can remember it. Sure, you can think and talk about, oh my gosh, how scared you were and the thoughts that you were having. And you can even pretend that it's still a snake if you want to. You can make all the moves and stay in all the oh my goshes. But you cannot feel it again as if it were real, because you now know what it actually is. That's not management. That's not nervous system regulation. That's not coping. There's no breathing through that one. That is disillusion. That is disappearance. So let's talk about some of the snakes in our life. The partner who doesn't text you back right away, or maybe doesn't fulfill the promise in the way that they said that they would. The mind immediately goes to abandonment. That unexpected financial shift. The mind immediately constructs and goes to catastrophe. The look on somebody's face in a restaurant. The mind immediately goes to, they must be judging me, or rejection. Most of what we fear is nothing more than a rope. We are reacting to a story built from past experiences that are projected into a present moment that honestly have nothing to do with what is happening in real time most of the time. Awareness is the second look. The pause long enough to ask, is this really a snake? Or have I been here before and my body is responding to a memory? You can't always stop the initial fear response, but there is a point between stimulus and response where a decision is made. For most of us, that is unconscious and fast. The body's going to do what the body's going to do, but you are in control of the awareness. You are in control of that point of pause. You are in control of creating a pause, of taking a second look. And babe, once you see it clearly, you can't unknow it. That's the healing. That is what this work is actually for. This is not about just learning how to cope or putting some therapeutic skills in motion. What I teach you is how to go deeper, how to go into the space between stimulus and response and create a new response. Maybe take a second look. What else could I be seeing here? What am I seeing now in the reflection that maybe I didn't see before? This is what the intensives are about. The Power Intensive starts in July. It's built around exactly this: fear, how it works, where it hides, and how awareness begins to dissolve the ones that have been running your life for how long now? We meet in Tupelo at the end of the month. If you want some info, shoot me a message. I only host small groups and I only do real work. There's a link in my bio if this is speaking to something in you. And maybe ask yourself, what am I really looking at here? Is it a snake? Or is it just a rope?